25-year-old April Parisian is an Indigenous woman from the small Fraser Valley community of Spuzzum, BC. April has not been seen or heard from since March 28, 2020. But friends and family say she was last seen April 7th or 8th, 2020. She frequented Boston bar Hope in Chilliwack. April had a fiance by the name of Paris Magneson, and those close to April said they were deeply in love and enjoyed spending time together, although seemed to have a darker side to their relationship. April's friends love her very much and have very fond memories of her camping and gardening. Many say she was like a ray of sunshine in the lives of all she knew, sending funny memes about gardening or joking about life, cracking up everyone around her, and enjoying drinks around the campfire. April lived in a camper in Spuzzum and loved to travel along the Fraser Valley and Fraser River to various campsites in the area. She also loved to post bits and pieces of her day almost every day on Facebook. Paris Magneson had been her partner for over a year. He was also from the Fraser Valley area, and April and he had a lot in common and hit it off from the start. Paris may have been the last person to have been seen with April. After a week of silence from her on social media and zero contact with family and friends, they reported her missing. One of her last posts were of Paris and she quarantining while camping. Unfortunately, COVID had caused people to isolate and lose normal contact with one another. That is why it took a week for people to notice her absence. A search was initiated and all of April's favorite camping spots and areas where she frequented were scoured, although COVID restrictions hampered much of the search. April's last bank transaction occurred on April 5th, and her last social media post was on March 28th. Then the investigation took a shocking and highly disturbing turn when on April 16th, her truck and camper were found, and inside the police found Paris with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He spoke briefly with police before his death, but nothing regarding April or her whereabouts were discussed. According to Paris's Facebook page, the two were engaged on October 1st, 2018. Family members have said that their love was evident, but there appeared to be a darker side to their relationship. She said that, quote, "Now that she's gone, it's just a big if. What if? So many ifs. Should I have? Shouldn't I have? Little things now that you notice that you didn't really pay attention to. People should have paid more attention." Tammy mentioned that she witnessed a fight between the two at a funeral of a family member in 2019. She said that she saw April bleeding from a head wound and heard her yelling that he had hit her with a belt. On another occasion, family wondered where April had gotten a wound to her eye, and he always had to be constantly present when she met with family members, which also raised concerns. No domestic charges are apparent on Parish's criminal record, which dated back to 1998, but motor vehicle offenses and administrative of justice charges such as breach of probation, that he faced charges including uttering threats to cause bodily harm and assault. He was charged in relation to a November 2010 incident in Castlegar with 2 counts of uttering threats to cause death or bodily harm, and 1 count of causing a disturbance. He pleaded guilty to the disturbance charge and received 6 months probation. Most recently, he was charged with 2 counts of assault and 1 count of uttering threats to cause bodily harm. These offenses happened in Spuzzum on August 16, 2019. Searches have taken place in the Spuzzum area as well as the Silver Skagit and Chilliwack areas. Also Harrison Mills, Harrison, and Sasquatch Provincial Park. These were her favorite places to hike and camp, and she shared many photos of these places on social media. Keitha Parisian, her grandmother, has been looking after her granddaughter's pug, Chipper. Keitha said that Chipper was found all dirty inside April's truck when it was found on Vi Road. Keitha also stated that searchers have struggled with the lack of information and have a massive area to cover. Its mountains, its rivers, its creeks and bushes, bears and other animals have been a hindrance. She also said that April was a hunter and she collected wild herbs and loved learning traditional First Nations culture and being connected to the land. She went on to say that non-stop phone calls have been made to her from people that April had impacted throughout her life. There's a Find April Facebook page that has over 1,600 members. Keitha laughed as she recalled raising April. She loved to ice skate, she loved to be at the roller rink all the time, and she loved horseback riding. She admired April's culinary skills and the smells she created in the kitchen. She was such a good cook, such an amazing person. April Lee Parisian was last seen April 8th in the 38,000 block of Front Street in Spuzzum, BC. She is an Indigenous female and is 5 feet 7 inches tall with blonde hair and blue eyes. If anyone has any information as to the whereabouts of April, please contact the Hope RCMP at 604-869-7750, or to remain anonymous, call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477.